Okay. So this is gonna be my video diary because Michael doesn't watch the videos, so I'm not just gonna stare at a wall. I'm gonna say these, and then maybe somebody when I'm dead will watch them. But I was telling everybody, I'm I could do this with Michael, who did technology with no heart, no armor, no heads, no wings, the gang stalking, the mark of the beast, no Holy Spirit, nothing. I could get it done. I'm awake enough. I have authenticity. I have compassion. Even if Michael put my heart in a jar, I still could get this done. I cannot and will never be able to get it done. Michael did way too much to my brain. Way too much. To be able to ever succeed. Aaron sold me to Michael. He is controlling the mind. That's all I asked. I was like, you could keep everything else. I don't need any. I will get the demons out. I will not eat. I'll pray. I know how to do it all. I've been doing it for 2 decades. That's all I ask. Give me a just try like you would give any human or anointed. And it'd always be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Then I look at it and I'm like, yeah, they wouldn't really have any excuse to take me out if they didn't keep my thoughts open. At all. Aaron would have never been able to get the 2 heating cooling trucks and give Michael his idiotic car if I didn't have my thoughts open. I'm just like, wow. So I had to go through 3 years of just shame. Everybody accumulating pain. Me and Mama being in pain. Everybody not knowing what I've been through and judging my every thought for a mile radius. Saying just lifting up to celebrities on TV. Shaming me on TV with Johnny Depp and you name it. Everybody just knowing about Paw Patrol, Slap It Around the Road, and suicide and $1,000. That's all they got on me in my whole 36 years of existence. While hurting where I can't do works like I used to. Can't even work. Nobody does anything for me. The only thing that happens is they send angels to hear my thoughts. I'm getting sicker and sicker and sicker every single day. The angels come with their big ass wings and the gorgeous eyes that they have. They don't have to give a living shit about me at all. There's so much grace. And they care. And then it takes about an hour to a day. And the demons attack, especially when we start getting along with me and Sharon. Then it's to the point where I can't control the mind. It's too bound. It's way too bound. I have no essence of holiness in there. Can't even. Whenever I have a thought or I can't even think it. I just have to understand it. So one, they probably think I'm evil, crazy, and I'm stupid. And so I'm getting judged not on my words, not on my actions, not on my belief, not on my giving, not on my gentleness, not on my grace, not on my compassion, solely on thoughts. And I can't break the script. They don't have a medical assistant to know what I've gone through. All they know is, oh, she got deceived by Michael. She's in hell. That's all they know. Then I had to go through this sick, long process of losing everybody I love. Well, if they don't vote for me, it goes straight to the most evil witch there's ever been, Jezebel. Well, God just covers up her evil actions, her evil thoughts, gives her all the money, the seniority, a big awake army, and they just all attack me for 3 years. Well, Michael just makes videos. The spirits keep changing. Sometimes it's Johnny Depp, sometimes it's Sandra Bullock. The only time it was a Michael that I was absolutely head over heels in love with was in Portland. He was my dad. And then when I was at Columbia Heights. Other than that, it wasn't him. And Michael's just watching my every move with demons and familiar spirits watching through my eyes and ears. Just making videos, pretend he loves me with love songs. Just having all his demons do their dirty work so they could take Princess Peach to hell. Everybody's getting mad at me. Well, I'm like, I didn't do this to me. Well, you should have took that house. Why do you say that to your dad? Magnifying it times a billion. I have no grace upon me. Everybody just looks at me like I'm the only one magnified, like the most hated celebrity. And then really nobody's helping me on Aaron's side because they can't. And it's just about completing a covenant. I'm doing everything I can, making sure my daughter is not miserable. Taking her to the pet store, letting her stay at the damn ass park for 8 hours. While I just sit there and read a Bible and get attacked by everybody while I'm paying. Having to just stay alive to complete this stupid little angels coming to me, and I feel so bad because I take away their peace. And then you can tell they're sad. They don't enjoy this game. They have to do little middle school rituals. And they feel guilty and they're like, do you want a pizza? I'm like, no, no, no. I'm supposed to serve you. Don't worry about what you did. You know I know. It has to be done. It was written. I heard God outside my window 3. Well, not God. Not my dad, it is commentary. But Aaron, 3 years ago outside my window, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. I'm not even mad at you. You're a very super angel, so I couldn't control my thoughts, just like I can't with Sharon. Don't worry about it. Do you need anything? Do you need something to eat? Do you need something to drink? Do you need some money? Do you need a laptop? Do you need a vaporizer? Do you need anything? Then they even feel more bad, which isn't my objective. And they're just like, they kind of look at the ground, they're like, oh, damn. Because in this game, Jim Carrey makes you just judge on thoughts. That is it. Nothing else. Well, the whole time, Michael already made the decision, looked at my dog and said, I want Jezebel. He already wanted Sarah. That's what their little pretend argument was. You already saw the side time. He already started talking about Seattle Airport, Denny's, the slap put around the world with the song that was like, I slept over here. He already knew. He was sent by Marcos Joseph Blanco 16 years ago. Marcos, who I'm guessing is part of Buddha, gave me to Tupac. Took my dad, Steve, away on Thanksgiving. Set up the suicide and put the rocks at the door. My only way out was taking that house, staying with my dad, and literally for the rest of my life never meeting anybody. Or watching any video. Because God forbid if it was Michael or somebody and they did something in it. But come on. I would have not succeeded. Heath as David already did that. Not Hernandez. Fox did the stupid hot tub. Michael Jackson, Jim Carrey, and my little suicide doer, and Ed Sheeran, who was part of it, already said no. My dad, Steve, who wasn't talking about pandas, already said no, as well as my Mexican dad. Eventually, I would have gone to hell, but at least I could have lived until like 80 and probably prolonged my dad's life by preventing him from drinking. Because I would have given him company. So I'm just looking at this and I'm like, how could you accumulate so much pain? How is this on me? I don't even understand how this is just. Let's just say Michael was God. What did I do to him? What did I tried to get him out of Portland. I treated him like a king. I sat there about 88% of the time, just sitting there letting him yell at me. I went back with Grace, even though he already gave me the mark of the beast with Aaron. And did scalar energy. What did I exactly do? Nothing. No woman on earth would have sat there and get yelled at and isolated and hit and hurt with technology where he's like, yep, you're dying of cancer with technology. No woman on earth. I loved him so much, at least the real Michael, but I continued to try to make it work. And all he used me for was sex and money. And then for me to lose a bunch of votes on YouTube. That's basically it. But the moment I left him and he got his apartment, it was like boom, 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 boom. Barry draws a picture, says I'm Jezebel. My husband comes to Peninsula Park with Greg, who's part of Michael. You could have her, delete her. Aaron comes and does the mark of the beast. Then after that, it is locked in. Michael knows that. He just makes videos to pretend to love me. Well, innately, he already knows my thoughts are open. I'm just going through the process to learn to lose votes so he could go to Jezebel. And that's it. Well, he just makes videos to pretend he loves me. They blame me for not being there. Well, he's pushing me away because he won't turn off technology. And they'd be like, I love you, babe. And I'm like, I'm so confused. You make kingdom marriage videos all day. But look what you did to this marriage. And no matter where I went, I was being gang stalked and losing one vote after the next. This has been a living nightmare. And I'm just like, why would you make me Mary Magdalene? Why are you doing this to me? Why would you do this to anybody? You're killing them slowly. You're shaming them. You're letting them lose every vote, not even ever possible to get out of hell, because you're opening their thoughts. You just blame me all day. You don't let anybody help me. You don't have grace upon me. You're raising up Jezebel because Barry said so. You're shaming me. Everybody's just attacking me. He knows every single sin I've ever done. You're raising up Michael like he didn't do anything. Gonna give him $130 million in a car. Knew outside of time and still chose me. Says rock music. And then throw me away. Well, you just say suicide. And then even get the angels against me. I don't know how you do that. Actually, I do. You never let them know what happened. I heard at Seattle Airport. All they could say was it was a drinking. They have no idea what I've gone through. Well, the witches are all jealous of me that I'm with Michael. So they're just gang stalking the shit out of me. Because we were in love. And try to separate us. That is what this has been for 3 years. Well, I haven't been able to actually grieve my dad. I've cried and drank, but I haven't been able to actually just make songs like I want to. I got in the process and it was too depressing. I haven't healed. Then having to see him die again and again in front of my face and saying no. Whether it be TikTok, whether it be at the freaking hotel room when I'm getting monkeypox and turning blind and nobody gives a shit. Who does that to a human? Greg was doing it, part of Michael. He's a psychopath. Or whether it's Steve, the original dad, my honey, and having to see him clap his hands twice in heaven and say sizzling. But no, not yet. Let's up it because Joe Michael's a psychopath. Let's just let Jim Carrey get in the mix. Why don't we? And then no matter what I do when I'm with an angel, there's nothing I could do. I try my best to control every thought. The little leprechaun, Felix, went behind my head and locked it up the moment he got MLK's vote. He locked it up. Who gets in trouble? For the suicide? Who gets in trouble for having the Edward in their head? Who gets in trouble for all this when it was already known in fake little pretend stories with my brother Josiah and my mom since I was like 17? I do. They all knew. The zap on the head, Craigslist since 10. Can you imagine just being one woman that everybody's just after because it's the last lifetime? And all your husbands are already like, no, we're good. Like age 10. But put all these blessings in you. So everybody just innately automatically hates you and is jealous of you and try to destroy you. Well, you just want to be a regular person. But then your little suicide door uses you. Raises up Jezebel. Blames you for the simulation anybody being so miserable they do a suicide. Makes you look bad by keeping your thoughts open. And then just like Keith is like, can I have some money? Can you pay my rent? And can you come to my bed? That takes no responsibility that he was Barry and part of all of them. Then everybody just starts putting on their hat backwards, wearing a do-rag, and be like, yeah, we like Breaking Bad and we like Tupac. Gosh. Then every judge you have is, of course, part of the Suicide Squad. So they have drummer on their car or whatever. Then he gets the most important ones. Buddha, Alexis, Shabar, Dan, Marcy, Sharon. All the most important ones. Solomon, Tristan. All the most important votes at the end. I can't even believe you're doing this to me. I don't know what the hell I did. For you to torture a poor woman, a little mama bear, who has done nothing but work 2 decades. Don't act like I didn't do works. I did. I wish I didn't. It amounted to nothing. Who all I wanted to do was be in love with the guy who I thought loved God. It was God. Bring him to my dad. Have him save every soul that I know in his house. And do music. That was it. No alternative motives. Little did I know it was such a trap and so twisted. Marcos already said no. Jermichael already said no. This would be Tupac and Sandra Bullock just tortured me with my dad pissed about the house. He cuts my wings and takes everything. That I had to have my dad pretend his death. That was my only way out. That everybody's mad at me because I didn't take that house. That is sad. Well, Alexis, Shamar, and Buddha don't help me at all. They just come at the end to complete the vote. After the compassionate Michael divorces me. And then says I have no remorse about it either. And Brayden, who I'm pretty sure he has the same smile, is part of Aaron, is like, it's not like I didn't know beginning to end. Okay. I'm gonna lay on the ground here. Gosh, can you imagine like cut up limbs in that drawer? And I just tilt my head and look at him and I'm like, oh my God. Wow. Poor humans. Poor humans. And then still contacting Michael, but at this point, he's not the original Michael. He's already made his decision like way back, like 2.5 years ago, that he wants Jezebel a car. So no matter what I give him, no matter what I say, he already wants Christy. He doesn't want me. He wants that money. He has his little quote-unquote angels be like, yeah, you ain't helping her. We've all worked so hard to get her to hell. You ain't gonna fall in love. There's no way on earth that even if I had a sound mind, no technology, gave him sex, and opened the will and gave him $6 million, I guarantee you, he would still let me die. He cares too much about the social pressure around him, of ones who do nothing. And plus, his army worked day and night to get rid of me. I couldn't believe how much work it was to take me to hell. I was asking God for 2 years, just let me die. Why are we going through this long process? It's not like I have a chance anyway. I would. If you shielded my thoughts. And stop letting everybody think that literally nothing touched my canvas. That I'm not chained with razor blades down my arm and a gun to my head while he's controlling my every hand movement. No, I didn't paint that. Oh my God, you're evil. Oh my God, ritual. And then nobody. Jim Carrey doesn't let anybody know. Because dare if he does, right? Dare if ever does. About the 2 hidden coolie trucks, about me not having my heart by my hedge, about the votes he let go through, about what he said outside my window 3 years ago. Oh, we're just going to PlayStation. Made a covenant. Don't care. No, of course not. Of course Barry Heath wouldn't say any of that. Because that will make him look bad. You know this game is about we can't look bad. Instead of saving souls, it's the game of we can't look bad. How to act victim. And what else? The Bachelor. Are you pretty? Do you shut up and do you spread your legs? Well, everything in this world is in a cage, being psychologically abused, in unnecessary pain, and being lied to and worked to death. Welcome to it. Well, the leaders are either playing video games all day, smoking meth all day, or just chasing freaking women all day. The women, I have nothing but good to say about every Asian woman. They are caregivers, they're compassionate, they actually do works. The guys, unless they were the Mexican or the African, or my dad, no, they don't. Or MLK, no, they don't. They will judge you in a thought in a second and throw you hell and not even give a shit. Just like my husband did at Pencil Park. Oh, she's not my type. She doesn't sing or dance. You could delete her. Doesn't care what I'm going to lose. Doesn't go by scripture. Or like Michael and Stan. I don't get sex from her as Michael. You could just delete her. And I'm looking at Marcy and I'm like, you accept this shit? You don't even help anybody? You just put a drummer in your car? Okay. And then once, like, they do something like stare at the wall, like Barry did. The moment I leave Michael, no matter what you do, you will just be walking closer and closer and closer to hell. No matter how pure your decision is, No matter who you talk to, your words, your actions, and your thoughts will always make you lose a vote and get closer to hell and make you look bad. So it's like an illusion of free will. I could have chose any place on Craigslist, but it would have been the right people, the right boats, at the right time. And I would have had the wrong thoughts. Nothing would have ever worked out. It's an illusion. Just like this, there's no coincidence now I'm in a house next to, I don't know who she is, an angel, but I don't know who she is. A top one. No joke, a very top one. So top, she hears one thought and she coughs up a storm. That's why I'm gonna have to avoid her like the plague, which breaks my heart, because I was enjoying her presence in Bible study, but now I can't. I would have, every time she comes near me, I have to pretend to be on the cell phone and just leave and be like, I have to go. And then that hurts me. And then I just want to tell her the truth, like I have to go because the demons are acting up. I can't be around your presence. But since I can't break the script, I basically have to lie. I don't like to lie. Lying is not good. But since I can't break the script, what am I supposed to say? I don't want to hurt their emotions and just be like, yeah, okay, I need to go every time you come around. Because I don't want to hurt anybody's emotions. So yeah, if I could tell that to my dad, I'd be like, this is what's happened. I've been gang stalked by the whole world. I just met Michael because I wanted you to be proud of me. He's a guy who's studious and smart and loves God. And I think he's God, Daddy. You didn't like my ex-boyfriends. This guy's good, Dad. He does music too. You'll love it. That was all my objective. It wasn't a lie like I'm out there carried about his sorority or buddy. Come on. Give me a break. And all I did was be at the wrong time in the wrong place, and he got drunk and took everything, Dad. That's it. I didn't know he could take everything through dance moves, but he did. Now the mind's a mess. Then once you died as that other character, Julian, who talked about pandas, I've been gang sucked. And nobody has helped me, Dad. Marcos waved goodbye, took a picture of Mama's butt at Joe Michaels. Joe Michaels bit on it, trying to destroy me. Grab my house. You have no idea what I've gone through. The little Aaron suicide doer approved the mark of the beast and tortured living shut at me. But now I'm here with you, Dad, but you're judging me on my thoughts, and I can't even tell you why I'm a mess. And I could tell you could help. You want to help me. I see our disappointment. And then it turns into disgust, and then it turns into, I'm going to torture you, bitch. I saw it. While I'm there, not eating, praying, reading, doing everything. So at least I can get a couple demons out and have a beer with you like it used to be. And just being heartbroken. Because now I have to basically watch you die. But not only that, turn on the hot tub. But all I want is you to help me. Not even that. Understand why the mind is so bad and be like, okay, well, that makes sense. I knew my daughter wasn't evil. I knew her heart was pure. That makes sense. But you don't have a medical assistant. I saw you talking to Marcos. He's not going to let you know what he planned and what he did and what he let go through. Why would he do that? He just wants to be like, your daughter's in hell, but in reality, he knows I won't succeed because he kept my thoughts open. He won't tell you about the mark of the beast with the Mexican sandwich just said. He won't tell you he waved goodbye and took a picture of Mama's butt 2 years ago. He won't let you know he let Barry's picture go through everything go through. Let Michael keep everything? Of course not. He just needs your vote. So he can use me to raise up Jezebel. That is like your daughter's mission in life. It's to raise up a stupid piece of shit whore who does nothing but magic and hurt everybody around her. It helps nobody. But can I tell you any of this? And would it even matter? No. You would still probably touch your head and stay in the hot tub. That's the sad part. Even if I tell you all that, you wouldn't help me. And you still would look at me like every thought is mine. I've told you on TikTok what as Cheeto Jesus, as Jiffy Left, as Ricky. Every time I see you on TikTok, I send you a log letter. And you usually automatically go, I don't know what you're talking about. And it doesn't change. You still put a candle in front of a candle in front of the camera. So it's like it doesn't even matter. Do you even like care how much I've been tortured for being part of you? Like, I've done stupid shit, believe me. I'm sorry about the saw pit around the road. I got on my emotions. I didn't mean it. I have remorse to this day. I was pissed that they took my dad Steve and that you said the suicide, the Paw Patrol. It's so much shit in my life. I'm like, what did I ever do to you? Literally. I'm there trying to help you. Then I said, no, take it back. Don't let God wake him up. I know him. He's going to torture him. Just let me take my life for him. But we ignore that, right? Of course, Buddha as Will Smith will put that in media. The whole objective was to separate us. Duh. So having to be tortured and everybody separated us and only being tortured because I'm part of you, then having to see you as my dad, just clap your hands twice in heaven within like literally 1 second. And then just look at me and be like, okay, whatever. Then the angel next to you, well, I guess it's time to close that chapter. Right after I've been taken to rocks. Not like you didn't know. As my dad, you always talked about rocks, picked up rocks. Just rocks this, rocks that. Talked about ran over dog Blackie. Talked about brain cancer. You knew it all. So why'd you let it get to this point? Free will? Okay. Because if I were a dad to a daughter so pure, I'd be like, she's trying to commit suicide again. God, can you just let her succeed? I already see that side time. She's going to be a stupid idiot. I get deceived. Do not take the house and go with me right away. I would do that. It'd be a painful decision, but I know I would have been saving her from a lot of pain. At least I could be able to see her again in the next life. Or play guitar for her in heaven. Just saying. But whatever. So, I mean, all I could do was just talk to the wall. Nobody cares. It was done at Seattle Airport in Denny's. And then to be this awake, and I earned this. Well, actually, I take that back. I apologize for that ego. It was given. But I took the time, the effort, and the energy, and the observation skills to be able to put the puzzle together. But at the end of the day, does it matter? Does anybody really care? No. They always just care about my thoughts and judge by my thoughts. Judgment was already risen up. I did it with every vote. Do you know how, if you see my heart, it's probably the most broken heart on the planet. To have all these people you loved your whole life, had all these experiences, like, oh my God, it's my mom. Oh my God, it's my dad. Oh my God, it's you. And then they're just all excited. We're all excited. We're here to save you. And then they're like, oh my God, who are you? I didn't know your mind was like that. Gross. Die. And you're like, yeah, but I went through this. I don't care. I don't. Ritual. You know how many tears I've cried? Having to literally lose everybody that I've spent like 6 years in a relationship with, 10 years being a bestie sister to, 8 years being a bestie, 9 years being a bestie, 12 years being like all these people I spent so much time and energy with. I knew exactly who they were. And now they look at me in disgust. Because what have Michael and the gang stalkers and Aaron have done to my mind? Well, Aaron and Michael, Brayden and Michael just have a beer, waiting for me to die. And waiting to hand over the keys to Michael so he could go to the car wash or go to the liquor store. Well, I look like the bad one. Brayden looks like the good one. Well, I gave you an apartment. Well, I went to Michael 7 times. That boss could have her. Well, I sent angels. Her mind is so gross. Spit on the ground. Oh, wait, are you joking? You haven't helped me in 3 years. You let everything go through. If you really loved me and wanted to save me, all you had to do was zip up my mind. You could have still took me to hell. Why did you put it to this extreme? How did just to satisfy Michael? Yeah. And then to make me look so bad. Not only do I look even worse than Jezebel, she gets raised up so all guys get panties and stilettos. And so I basically blamed for this stupid piece of shit torture simulation and not Jim Carrey. So you go ahead and do this to the next Mary Magdalene. Now I understand why you have her as a wife.